All right, we are back for a little bit of our Unit 4, second half. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe with the bell. All right, so I forgot to do the main thing right here. Gotta put your name. So, all right, define the variables, set up the equations for the word problem, do not solve. All right, so we have apples and oranges. Okay, so now, the question was, what if you put apples for X and oranges for Y? That's fine. Whatever you define it as, that's how I'm going to grade it. Okay. But most people would probably do this because this is how we read it. Did anybody put X as apples? Okay, you did. No, you're stretching. Haha. So 12x plus 7y equals 5.36. Equals 3.68. All right. So let's see, 2, 4. So this part right here, I think part 2, this is out of 20 points right now. Let's see if I can keep up with it. Part 1, we got 20. Okay. Trust me, I've actually had a test where people have had to solve these. It did not go well. Okay. Now, as a side note, how many times should you read a word problem? Okay. At least 3 times. Now, if you can if you can get it on 2, good. Sometimes, or you might want to read more than once on this. That would be a good note to be writing down on your practice test instead of looking at your phone. That way I don't have to answer so many questions tomorrow like, hey, why haven't I seen this stuff before? Okay. All right. All right. Angela School. All right. Finally, we get to one of these. I've been waiting for one. Do we really care about Angela School selling tickets to the spring musical? No. Okay, this sentence is actually not needed. If we took out that sentence, it doesn't change the problem at all. We could actually start right here. On the first day of sales, we sold this. Second, it really doesn't change anything. It could be Angela, could be Angelo. Okay. Now, we see there's 2 types of tickets. Okay. So, adults. I can't even spell it right. And this is kids. All right. So, the first day we sold 5 adults and 8 kids. Because somebody had to bring their friend along. And then apparently the next night it was like single parents date night or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. It just because that's what I do. That's what I would do on these standardized tests and these word problems. I'm like, why are there five kids and eight? I mean, five adults and eight kids. Why is it not like an even number of adults? Is there a parent that's working? Is there a parent that's in the play? Like, I would get lost in the details that would not even be in the word problem. I bet none of y'all would ever do anything like that, would you? Okay, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Just throw me up under the bus and I'm being drugged down. Just ran over the struggle bus and me and drugged down Dreary Road. Okay, now these we have to define them. So let's see. This is still 10, 16. So this is 32 for part 2. 32. All right. So we have the first number. This is the second number. All right. The sum of two numbers is 20. We know that this is add. Oh my goodness. There's this thing is feels like it's about to break my nose. So x plus y is 20. All right, the first number is 4 less than twice the second number. Whoa. Whoa. The first number. All right, so I know this is x equals. All right, 4 less. We know it's not going to have an inequality in the middle of this. Okay, so we're going to have to multiply this and then subtract. All right, so to solve, I'm going to end up taking this stuff and putting it right here. Well, I would if I could actually write it correctly. So this is 3y minus 4 equals 20 plus 4 plus 4. So we get 3. Oh, oh, oh. 3. I did it again. 3y equals 24. All right. So y is 8. So you could use top or bottom, or you could use this crazy thing that's common sense. Personally, I would use the top. You know, x plus 8 equals 20. And I would find out that x is 12. Okay. But I'm going to try to have some that's. Now, are you allowed to ask questions on the test? Are you allowed to ask questions on the test? Yes. Is it encouraged? Are there some of y'all that I would probably thump into unconsciousness if you don't ask questions tomorrow? Are those people still not listening right now? Yes. Aren't we all going to ask questions if needed tomorrow? Yes. Okay. Listen, I am thoroughly prepared to help y'all when you ask questions with this tomorrow. Okay? Because number one, it's word problems. Number two, spring break is right around the corner. Like it's at the end of the week. I told you I'm ready to get out too. Okay, I need to recharge my batteries. I need to be outside. I need to do stuff that's not here. Okay. I need to be around people that if they don't listen to stuff, I can actually fire them or take money off their paycheck. Okay? So it just makes me feel better, guys. You know, sometimes just running a big piece of equipment and digging a hole just makes me feel better. Sometimes putting bodies in that hole makes me feel better. It's just awesome. Nobody caught that second part. All right. I know some of y'all are like, well, why do we have to have these weird problems? Now, could some of y'all have figured this? How many of y'all figured out number four without actually solving it as a system? How many of y'all kind of like figured out the numbers? Probably a few of y'all did. Okay. Because some of y'all are that type of person. I am probably, I might if I would put some effort into it. All right. The difference, this means subtract. So sum, this is add. All right. So I have these set up. All right. These are set up for elimination. So this would be 2x equals 16. So y would be 8. And then I would use the bottom x plus, 8 equals 13. And this would be 5. Okay. So again, and I'm trying to find word problems. I know some of y'all are like, I hate the number word problems. I'll tell y'all this, the only reason y'all have these number word problems is because setting these up to solve are actually the easiest ones I can find. The other ones are like numbers one and two, where you've got to do some really crazy, like elimination type stuff or substitution. If I can find some easier stuff, I will put it in there. Okay. I know some. Look, am I a big fan of the number stuff? Not when I was y'all's. Not when I was algebra one student. It's, I am now because I see it sometimes twice a year. Okay. Okay, students. Today we're going to go over word problems. Okay. Name's Mr. Mackey. Okay. How many of y'all know about Mr. Mackey? Anybody know who Mr. Mackey is? Raise your hand. Okay. Mackey. Somebody watches South Park. Okay. Yeah, that's the counselor's name from South Park. He's the Kent. He's the counselor, Mister Garrison or Miss Garrison, depends on which season that you look at, is the teacher. I'm not going to say the name of the teacher in certain other seasons. And then there's PC Principal, and then Strong Woman. All right, so yeah. All right, so instead of just having like different ones like we did, because this is what we did Friday. Okay, I just decided, hey, let's just have a multitude of different ones because instead of like check top, check bottom, and this, I set it up so it could be like a little maybe easier. I don't know. So, this is our x, this is our y. So let's see, is -1 plus 5, does this equal 7? So this is 4 equals 7. Is that true? No. Now, Now, this problem, this whole thing, when it says 3 points each, this is 3 points. The row is 3 points. I might need to change that. I might need to change. I might need to change my line of thinking, because if I'm asking you to check both, because like if I got this one and this is a no, I'm not moving on, because this other one wouldn't be a no. This one wouldn't be right either. One minus biscuits, because it's got to be true for both. This is -6. That's not equal to 3. So this is no. So this is no. Oh, wow. That looks like a W. And there's no W's in Mr. Jeffrey's column. I may change this up a little bit. I may change the ordered pair thing, because if not, it will get, yeah. Yeah, I've got to change this. I'll probably have it where each of these checks are 3 points each. So that would be like, yeah, I've got to change that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 24. Yeah, 24 points for this part. All right. So now, I changed this up from what it was last semester. This was just 8 points total. Now it's 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16. That's 20. Ooh, this whole thing is 40 points. Man. But y'all know, here's the thing. Some of y'all are like, wow, the problems are worth a lot of points. The more that they're worth the points, believe it or not, there's more chances to get partial credit. Okay. Have y'all figured that out yet? Yes, we have. This is awesome. We love this class. Okay. So looking at number 11. Thanks, students. I love it. Y'all pump me up better than the cinnamon roll. All right. Is this going to be solid or dotted? Dotted, because there's not a line up underneath here. Okay. Are we going to shade above or below? Or up or down? Down, because the Y's not being eaten, or the arrow shoots the smaller thing if you're not a hunter, because you starve. All right. My B is 2. My M is -4 over 1. That means down and to the right. Now, do you have to put the arrows on the M like this on the test? No. That's just a Mr. Jeffries thing. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, and this is shading down. So remember, on the first one, I'm kind of like not doing a whole lot, just so um, it kind of doesn't really overlap that much. All right, this one. This one's also going to be dotted. I need a different color. I'm going to shade up. My B is going to be 2. And my M is going to be 1 or 1 over 1. So up 1 to the right 1. All right, so I shade up. So this is. Now, who remembers what our actual answer is? Keep going. Yeah, it's where the shading overlaps. So that's where our red lines and our blue lines overcross. And we got purple lines. Okay, so that right there where I've made it darker, that's our actual answer. Okay, now, am I going to grade that whole graph? Yes, because I'm going to try to, you know, apply as many points as possible. Say that 5 times fast. Wow, looks like we're going to have 116 possible points. All right. Some of y'all's confidence is getting better on y'all's math stuff, and some of y'all just need this break that we're having coming up. All right. Is everybody good with number 11 now? All right. Moving to number 12. So this one is going to be solid because there's a lineup underneath it. All right. I'm going to shade down because it's not being eaten. My B is -1. My M is -5/2, which is down and to the right. All right. Then we're calling Mr. Jeffers' room. You're calling number 3 of the day. I'm sorry, check that. 4. Yes. Bye bye. Mr. Caden. So 1, 2, over 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. 1, 2. All biscuits. All right. And there you go. Shapes. Do 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 do. Come on. You can. Is Slim Chickens like? I wonder why they chose that name. Is it like just because it's a catchy name? Because personally, I don't like my chickens to be slim. I like a good meaty chicken. I guess so. Yep. All right. All right. So we shade down. So it's going to look like this. Okay. Now this one is going to be dotted because there's no line. I'm going to shade down again. My B is 2. My M is -1/2. That means down in this way. Sorry. 2. All right. And shading down. Choo, 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 choo. All right. This is the area where they're going to overlap. So that's what I want to make darker. Now, it doesn't have to be like all the way done in or anything. But, all right. That's it for our test. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.